years of star power, but none of this would have happened without the ladies.
Wow, what a story. That is something else. Beautiful day in LA, 75 and sunny. Notre Dame, 51 wins, 38 losses, 5 ties in this series. USC has won 3 of the last 4 home games.
Nez, I'm kind of excited to see the whole game because when I was growing up, all I got to see was the highlights on Sunday.
That was Lindsey Nelson. And we move ahead to further action. And you're going to get all the action here. Lincoln Riley in his 3rd year. Likewise, Marcus Freeman, his 3rd year as the head coach of Notre Dame. 1 blemish on the Irish record to Northern Illinois earlier in the season, but since 9 straight wins. Trojans have won 2 straight and 3 of the last 4. Eric Goins has got it teed up as the Irish will kick away. USC won the toss and decided to take the football. And that they will at the goal line. Mikhail Lemon, and he's tripped up immediately. Great open field stop on the special teams. And so USC's not going to have the greatest field position to start things as we look at our Wayfair starting lineups. And it starts with number 14. Jaden Maava, Mountain West Freshman of the Year last year at UNLV, transfers over here. 2-0 record as the starter since taking over for Miller Moss.
And we talked to Lincoln Riley. He said he just got better every week. Learned the system. And when he had his opportunity to play, he was ready.
And ready with him in the backfield is Woody Marks, who's having a sensational season at tailback for the Trojans, and he'll get the first carry. And got a couple yards across the 15 as we take a look at starting lineups for the Trojans and their offensive front. They were worried a little bit about their left tackle, but Elijah Page has gotten better and better and better. The backs and receivers, Woody Marks over 1,000 yards rushing already. Great out of the backfield as a receiver as well. Now it's an empty set for Maava. Marks set out as a wide receiver. Irish are going to bring an extra rusher, and the throw's on target. It's going to be close to a first down if it isn't to Mikhail Lemon. Defensively for Notre Dame, they had missed Howard Cross, the 3rd in the middle. He's back. He'll play. We don't know how much today, but he solidifies that defensive front. And in the back end, not only a great player in Xavier Watts, but a Don Schuler, the sophomore, has had a sensational year with 3 interceptions back there as well. It is a first down on the toss to Lemon. Maava going to flip it out in the flat. Nice defense by Notre Dame. Mikhail Lemon hit immediately. Defensively by Christian Gray coming off the corner.
And you mentioned Don Schuler as one of the key players in this secondary. And what this secondary does well, all of them, is tackle in space. And you see it right there. He gets the first hit it and then cleaned up by Gray at the end.
Notre Dame in the top 5 in a lot of categories defensively, including number 2 in the country in scoring defense. Number 1 defense against the pass. This will be a run for Marks, and Woody keeps the wheels turning, and he's got a first down.
I really think that's the key to the ball game. The player that makes this offense go really is number 4, Woody Marks. As a receiver and as a runner, they must keep this Notre Dame defensive line honest in this football game. They're doing, as you mentioned, that's a little better job pass blocking, but they have to be able to keep Notre Dame playing the run and the pass.
4 consecutive games with over 100 yards from scrimmage for Woody, and he got 14 on that carry for the first down at the 37. They continue to feed Woody Marks, this time line of scrimmage, and that's it. Jason Burnham, Joshua Burnham on the tackle.
And Burnham's one of those guys that have played that edge position because of a couple of injuries that we had early in the year.
Yep.
Portello, Traore, and so they just reload with another guy, and he's had a good year for him.
So no gain, 2nd down and 10 Trojans on their opening march of the first quarter. Empty set for Jaden Maava. Here comes a blitz. Just going to toss it over to Zachariah Branch. And Branch with a big play, and he's still going.
Well, we've been watching and watching, but this was really a double screen for Branch coming across the field on this one. If you can get him open like this with a couple of guys coming this way to block, and then all of a sudden right there, you get Zachariah Branch wide open on the pick.
A little bit of a pick, is for sure, but they've been waiting for number one to explode. Last year, the sensational first season as a receiver and a kick and punt returner, and a 26-yard pickup for him on that one. So the Trojans started this inside their own 15. They've worked it to the Notre Dame 37-yard line. Back to Woody Marks for a yard. That's it. Notre Dame defensively, as I said, first in takeaways, first in passing defense, and second in points allowed, just 11.6 per game.
Yeah, but there's really no, mystery here. I mean, Notre Dame has played well, but they have not faced this much firepower all year.
Yep.
The receivers, they're going to stress any defense they play, not just Notre Dame. They're skilled at those wideout spots.
Quentin Joyner comes into the backfield for the first time for the Trojans. Maaba zips it across the middle, broken up by Christian Gray, who's made a couple of nice plays on this series.
Yeah. One-on-one, Christian Gray handles it. Kind of a, not a sharp enough route, if you ask me. Kind of just thought he was going to be open, and Christian Gray, that was just way too easy to knock that ball down.
Gray, the sophomore out of St. Louis, knocks that down and forces a 3rd and long.
Yeah, and considering, that, remember, Notre Dame lost probably their best corner in Morrison.
Benjamin Morrison out for the year. 9th play of the drive coming up. A 3rd down and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Woody Marks blasts his way short of the 1st down, but a good run before he's brought down by Xavier Watts.
Yeah, one of the nice styles that Lincoln Riley employs is bringing the tight end in motion and then filling him in almost like a modern-day isolation play with the tight end playing fullback. Follows 2 tight ends, Riley, Eldridge, and on 4th down,
they're going to
at least line up in it.
4th down and 2.
Oh, I'd be going for it if I was Lincoln Riley.
Why not? They're 8 of 14 on 4th down conversions this year. That's Branch in motion. A quick stop for him. They're going to throw it out to him in the flat, but he's not going to get by Notre Dame's defense. Christian Gray.
There's that good tackling. You watch tape and you see it over and over again. Al Golden's defense, his defensive backs, first of all, they shift around smartly, and then they play good, solid defense. He breaks down and makes the tackle.
What a series that kid had to open up the game. Nothing gray about the play of this guy. That's black and white. That's form tackling. That's a stop. Notre Dame's got it when we come back. Up empty, so now it's Notre Dame's turn, and our lineups presented by Wayfair will bring us Riley Leonard for the first time. The transfer from Duke started off a little bit slow this season. His confidence seemed a little shaken, but Gary's been getting better every week now.
I think so. Kind of learned the offense, and more importantly, offensive coordinator Mike Denbrock has kind of learned him.
Yeah. First true road game since week 3 at Purdue, and we know what happened there. We were there, 66-7. And here's an opener for Jeremiah Love. And Love is still going.
Cow.
What an effort. On the first snap, he gets all the way out to the 47-yard line.
And that's Notre Dame football right there this year. That offensive line has come together. They're physical, and their running backs, I mean, what a job they did up front on that play, and just smashed them.
Love now to Leonard's right as he's going to drop it to him out in the flat. This time good defense by USC. Make the stop. Jalen Smith makes the tackle.
It's not that he's just a home run hitter. He's an all-around back. Watch how he just keeps running and churning his legs. He's almost like, come on, guys, help me. And he eventually gets the help, and he finishes the run himself.
Well, last week against Army, he only averaged 18.6 yards a carry. 7 for 130 and 2 touchdowns. He had quite a game.
Yeah, the Army couldn't keep up with his speed.
Leonard wanted to throw, Now he's going to head to the sideline, get a couple yards.
Anthony Beavers just misjudged Riley Leonard's speed that time.
Looked like he was barely going to get to the line of scrimmage.
Absolutely. Watch it gets. I always thought this was almost a busted play. No, it was an RPO, not open, and then he just outruns Beavers on the play.
And that's the dimension he adds to this Notre Dame offense. 3rd down and 4. The Irish not great on 3rd down this year.
How many have they had? 20?
Aeneas Williams in the backfield with Leonard. Chris Mitchell is in motion. They're going to throw it out that way, and a 1st down. Jake.
Chris Mitchell in motion, as you called it, and that was not handled well. A little late for this USC, but a nice pick, a nice rub, we should call it.
Yep.
When you rub it well, you really don't even have to touch them.
That's right.
Doesn't sound logical to say that, but that's about what you try to do.
Rubbing is better than picking.
That's right.
1st down. Leonard throwback screen, a little bit low, but he got it to Jaden Greathouse, and Greathouse gets about 7 out of the deal for the offense of Notre Dame that has been so well balanced this year. They likewise have seen the improvement in their left tackle. Knapp, backs and receivers. Jordan Faison's added a nice little bit of juice to the wide receiver core.
He really has, and with Mitchell Evans now healthy, we're seeing a little different Notre Dame team than we saw against Purdue.
2nd down and 3. Mitchell again in motion. Leonard, trouble this time, got away from it. And he'll head for the sticks, and he got the 1st down and more. Stepped out of bounds. He's still running, but that was close.
You know, the more you watch this guy, and watching him highlights, watching tape, just how much faster he is than he appears when you watch him. He's got a long stride, gets around. Let's see if it's his next step.
Right there.
I mean, if he'd have stayed in bounds, because he had a clear path, and with his speed, he's got to be a 4.6 runner at the least.
Saw from our AT&T pylon cam where he stepped right out at the 29-yard line, but it's a Notre Dame 1st down. Their drive continues. 3 runs, 3 passes. This will be Love on a run, and he busted through the first wave, and Jeremiah Love again goes out almost for a 1st down, a pickup of 9.
I beat you to the again on that. Man,
you can't give up on this guy on a run, even though it looks like he's bottled up.
Yeah, and to just call him a home run, player at running back, as I did in the open, that's really not fair. When you watch him run, all around back, catches the ball, and you can see plays behind his pads.
Got 9, 2nd down and a yard. Right at the 20-yard line for the Irish. Leonard fires a little bit high, but completes it. It's going to be a 1st down to his tight end, Mitch Evans. Evans with the 1st down reception against the Trojans defense that has improved as the year's gone on. They've lost some starters and some key guys, and have had to put in some other people. Easton Mascarenas Arnold, though, their leading tackler. He says, when I play well, I play mean. Akile Arnold in the back end, the leader of the secondary. 1st and 10 in the red zone at the 17-yard line. It's the opening Notre Dame drive after they stopped USC on a 4th and 2. Play fake. Going to drop it out to Evans. Going nowhere.
Well defended that time. Akile Arnold, one of the best players that we've seen all year playing safety. Watch him track him all the way across this time. Evans goes in motion, and you'll just see the tracking go right with him on the play. And then Phil on the play. And nice job.
Yeah, close quickly. Only a yard pickup, 2nd down and 9. A rapid 1st quarter here, just 4 minutes left. Number 4, little hesitation, then blasts his way short of the 1st down, but Jeremiah's got himself fired up.
Man.
Watch this collision.
Jeremiah Love's ready for the playoffs, I'll tell you that right now. Woo! Kamari Ramsey is going, this is real football here. This is physical Notre Dame football.
Amari Ramsey's going. Did anybody get the license plate number on that thing?
There are running backs for Notre Dame and USC that have played here in the past that said, now that's a good tailback.
They're down at 2. Leonard going to do it himself. And he's got it as he flips down inside the 5.
That's the dimension that this Notre Dame team was looking for when they said Riley Leonard is the portal quarterback we want. A year ago they had Sam Hartman. Couldn't really do this type of play. Added it especially because of Mike Denbrock joining Notre Dame from LSU. I mean, look what he did at LSU with Jaden Daniels.
First and goal at the 4. Riley Leonard again. Quarterback draw. Follows his blockers. And the whistle blew, I think.
I think so, too.
And the ball came out at the end, but I think he's at about the 2-foot line.
Now, you know the word that comes to mind when I watch Riley Leonard play quarterback in this calls, the way they use him, is he runs fearlessly, and they call plays for him fearlessly. They don't worry about hits for him. They use him almost like a quarterback tailback from that position.
Yep. He's got one of each in there. He's at quarterback. Jeremiah Love's at tailback on second down and goal inside the 1. Love fighting and scoring. Touchdown, Notre Dame. What an opening drive for Jeremiah Love and company.
Well, obviously, Jeremiah Love is going to get a lot of love from us the way he ran, but that offensive line has to be doing a good job up front to open up these type of plays down low. That offensive line with Wagner and Spindler and Coogan to the right side, and coach goes, yes, that's what we're looking for.
The old linebacker with the pose, the head coach. Great looking drive. 13 plays for 72 yards. Mitch Jeter in for the point after. Up and good. Notre Dame's defense did their job, turned it over to their offense. They went 3/4 of the field in 7 minutes and 14 seconds. And a lot of it was number 4. Bring in Huey Lewis, the news, man. It's the power of Love. Jeremiah Love. Touchdown, Notre Dame. And that is 12 straight games with a rushing touchdown. And that's Notre Dame history we just watched.
Yes, and it was, again, the word we used in the open, balance. And they did have balance on that. Riley Leonard with 4 rushes and Jeremiah Love with 4 rushes. Every direction you look at this Notre Dame team, you feel balanced that they're going at you.
Yep. Riley Leonard does 4 carries, good for 18 yards, and he went 5 for 5 throwing the ball as well. Eric Owens to kick off. Makai Lemon back to return. His first return was a short one, but then USC got their offense going before stalling, or being stopped on, I should say, on 4th down. And he's going to take it from the same spot. And kind of the same result. Didn't make the 20. Let's check in with Jenny.
Well, you just mentioned Jeremiah Love's new record over there. I asked him how he's done it this year, and he told me it's from the growth of his football IQ. Understanding how to better read defenses and schemes has led to more explosive runs. Guys, Jeremiah said that paired with watching more film, it's given him a better understanding of how specific individuals play so he can figure out how to avoid tackles. It is working for him, guys.
Boy, is it ever. Sophomore out of St. Louis has had a sensational year. He's closing in on 1,000 yards rushing, and he may get that in this game if he keeps moving like he has been here in the first quarter. So just shade it on their side of the 20. Trojans with their second offensive possession. Woody Marks. And Woody Marks, boy, he's done that all year long. Almost 10 yards on that carry.
You know, if you look at what's happening in this game so far, it almost is an example of the whole season. As you mentioned, USC moved the ball, but couldn't finish. Okay, their drive. Notre Dame does. And that's a guy we don't want to, if you're a USC fan, see out in this game right there.
Absolutely. Had a great run. I don't know. Maybe just got the wind knocked out of him. We hope. We'll check him out in a moment. Marks heading to the injury tent. They're do everything tailback. We were looking at the end of this play, and it looked like kind of banged his head there when he landed, when he was tackled. And we were wondering what it was, and I think he might have told us that hurt.
Sure.
So hopefully he'll be able to come back in. Came in with 1,100 yards rushing, 47 receptions, which leads the Trojans as well. And that's going to put some pressure on Quentin Joyner, who's going to have to take his spot. Those two rotate, but it's usually Marks that's out there. And now a flag coming out of the timeout against USC.
That quick shift by that Notre Dame
offense, number 85, 5-yard penalty, second down.
Walker Lyons, the tight end.
Yeah, you watch him right there, 85, right in the middle. The quick shift did it. Now that can be called if you're trying to draw them offsides this year, but in that situation, I don't think they did anything illegal at all, Notre Dame.
So it's a 2nd down and 6 because Marks had picked up 9. Here's the toss to Joyner. Trying to get to the edge. He got there and got more than that. 1st down, USC.
Yeah, this is what you got to do is get the edges against Notre Dame. When we talked to defensive coordinator Al Golden, he says, this is the key. We have to do well on the edges. And that time Lincoln Riley got the play he needed with the backup running back.
Nice hustle by Joyner to pick up 12. The redshirt freshman stays in there as we continue to wait and see if Woody Marks will come back.
Yeah, Joyner's usually a change of pace for this offense. Let's see how he handles a little bit more playing time if Marks can't come back.
1st down at the 36. Mayava, quick throw, trying to get it to Branch. Broken up. Both guys diving for the ball.
Yeah, the true freshman Leonard Moore that time handling Zachariah Branch to the outside. Moore is the guy that has kind of come in and made the difference for this Notre Dame defense. A true freshman coming in for Benjamin Morrison on the outside. That's big time.
He made his first career start in the Louisville game and ended up leading the team in tackles, and that one was 7. And he's continued to improve, and they have needed him with, as Gary said, Morrison out with the injury.
Marcus Freeman's recruited some players, hasn't he?
No doubt. Joyner got maybe 3. Tuihalamaka on a tackle, and it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, Jared Tuihalamaka and Bryce Young both in there already rolling that defensive front for Notre Dame. Fresh bodies.
Notre Dame lines up, USC I should say, lines up in a hurry on a 3rd down and 7. Notre Dame showing possibility of bringing an extra rusher. Joyner trots back, so does that would-be rusher. Mayava, here they come, and he's in trouble. Got around it and rifles one downfield. Almost completed it, but it's going to be 4th down. Jacoby Lane was the intended receiver.
Yeah, and that time Jaden Mayalava gets out of the play. Watch him. He knows he's got a free rusher. He gets out, but the pursuit, he says, I can't slow down. I thought they might get at the end of the play because on the outside, Christian Gray never turned around and looked, but the ball was out of bounds. Good call from Al Golden. Aggressive defense.
Eddie Czaplinski into punt. Might be the best punter in football. Just barely got that one away. Max Hurleman waiting on it, has to call a fair catch around the 15-yard line. So the field is flopped by the Trojan punter, but the Irish have it back with the lead when we return. For Shedeur Sanders as we take a look at the Discover Conference updates. If you missed it, Ohio State lost to Michigan today. So now the top 3 are these 3. Penn State win and in against Maryland. If Indiana beats Purdue and Penn State loses, then it's Indiana in against. There's a lot of football left.
They're scrambling to figure out what to do now for this Big Ten championship.
Penn State is losing right now, 7-3. We understand. Riley Leonard, another completion, and again Jaden Thomas this time on the receiving end.
Jaden Thomas, the leading receiver coming into after the 2022 season, struggled with injuries, and now he's coming on too. Again, this play and the way Riley Leonard is throwing the football, I mean, I don't know if he gets enough credit for being a well-rounded quarterback.
Well, he has been sharp today. Number 13 has led the Irish to a 7-0 lead. We played one in the 95th edition of this great run at the LA Coliseum on a beautiful day, the last day in November. Notre Dame with a 7-0 lead. Leonard to throw, complete. Oh, the ball popped in the air. USC's got it. Riley Leonard still perfect, but that one popped out of his receiver's hands.
Coming from the blind side, from the left side of the screen. You can see it. Jacoby Covington coming from the outside. He was just covering his man, and when he saw the pass, he busts in from the sideline, and watch him pop it right out with his helmet.
Jaden Thomas had it, then lost it. And Easton Mascarenas-Arnold has got it in his grasp.
Yeah, clean play by Notre Dame. Get it out, and then always, those guys, when they're coming from the blind side, that tackle right on his right elbow pops it out.
And for Easton, that's his 3rd interception of the season from that middle linebacker spot.
Did they call it an interception or a fumble on the play? I would think it's probably a fumble.
It's going to be a fumble. I take it back. Well, we'll call it a fumble recovery for him.
It was a nice high point to catch.
The fumble recovery then. At any rate, the Trojans take over at the 43-yard line. Quentin Joyner still in at tailback. Mayava throws out quick to Deuce Robinson. And Deuce is going to have a first down.
Yeah, bail coverage that time. You look out there, and it looks like Notre Dame's playing man. They're really going to bail on the play. That time they're playing deep zone with a safety into the outside. Good read by Mayava that time, getting to the right guy.
First big break of the ball game.
Yeah, well, turnovers hurt USC a year ago in this football game. And that's one of the things they had to be in this game, in the turnover game.
They came in -2 on the year, and Notre Dame was +16 on the season. But it's one away from Notre Dame today. Mayava's going to keep it. And there's a little added dimension for the USC offense.
One thing that you could see on that play is USC saw the blitz coming. They knew it was coming the whole way, and coming across the formation right here, they get the block from the tight end, McCray, and that's what allows Mayava to get to the outside and the edge. Good hustle downfield that time by the blocking receivers for USC.
Blake McCree missed one of the games we did with an injury. Having him back has helped that tight end room for sure. Second down and 4. Mayava's going to throw. Joyner, what a catch with one hand. Quentin Joyner to the 5-yard line.
Yeah, he sneaks right out. He's actually got this is a design play. It was going to Joyner the whole time. They actually get a lineman out in front of it that time to help Mason Murphy. That ball was going nowhere to Joyner on that play. Beautifully designed play that time by Lincoln Riley. Nice catch.
And they're going to say went out around the 7.
And if you thought maybe Murphy was downfield, doesn't matter. The ball was caught behind the line of scrimmage.
So first and goal. Can the Trojans capitalize on the fumble?
And they had trouble in goal-to-goal situations against UCLA.
Branch in motion. Joyner runs it up in tight and tough to the 1-yard line.
Just short. 3 times in the first half against UCLA, USC had first and goal to go and came out with 3 field goals.
He's that close.
Yeah, he reaches it out, but I don't think he gets there.
No, he got it to about the 1-foot line. And that's where they spotted. It's inside the 1. Ron Snodgrass, our referee.
I thought he was. I think he was going. Why is everybody stopping here? It looked like
it's official timeout. Okay,
yeah, exactly, for an injury, I think, right?
Yep.
Yeah, Jordan Clark. He's the one who makes the tackle, falls on his arm.
He saved the touchdown, but hurt himself in the process. So he'll head to the sideline. Be looked at over there, and the Trojans are going to have second down and goal at the 1-foot line.
Well, I wonder right now, I mean, is there any other place you might want to do the Bush push than USC right here with a big quarterback? and it's legal now.
Remember, no Woody Marks, but Quentin Joyner's been big on this drive, even though he's not the power runner that Woody is. Maiava will try to do it himself, and there is the Bush push from Joyner. Did they get it in?
Joyner was up there pushing.
Oh, they're right at the goal line.
I thought he got across there.
The linesman came down with his foot right on the white line, which would indicate he was so close that it's almost a touchdown. And now they say it is. Touchdown USC.
Well, they didn't need much of a push, and he really didn't get much of a push. The turnover and nice play calling from Lincoln Riley to get his team in position. And why not use the Bush push, right?
Good call. That'll bring out Michael Lance for the point after.
You know, I will say that Notre Dame defensive line did hold up there. It wasn't clean, and they're going to review it.
Yeah, they're going to still look at it. First, we didn't get a call, and then we got a touchdown call, and now we'll look at it to make sure it's the right call.
It seemed almost like it was the push, the second push that got him in there.
Here comes Joyner, zero from behind.
No, there's the one push. And then there's one more right there that gets him in, I think. Boy, I'll tell you, Joyner did not give up on the play, did he?
No, not at all. So we look down the line at it.
Yeah, and the key point here is it's called a touchdown on the field. So now what is there to overturn it? So far, I don't see anything.
Well, we haven't had Gene Steratore along for the entire quarter. How about it, Gene?
I'm glad to be with you. You know, I empathize with the officials on the line of scrimmage because we all know with all the bodies there, it's so hard. That's why they're pinching, looking. This is the look, and I'm sure the officials, and not even this high actually. So they're really just coming and hoping to see something that breaks the plane there, and that's why they pinched so long before they went up with a signal. I do think on this second effort, as we start seeing one official come in, and then from our view up above, it appeared to me that the quarterback's body really did break the plane. I think this is the great shot, and really with the second effort in the beginning of the push, as you see him start forward here, to me it feels at that point now it's very reasonable to say with the football in front of him that it's broken the plane. I don't see him overturning it to say he's definitely short either, as Gary said.
Gene, and to clarify, all right, what do we see?
Riley Mills with a big right hand.
Exactly. And just to clarify for the watchers and listeners, Gene, it's the front of the line is the plane. You don't have to cross the whole line.
On the field stands is called touchdown.
Yes, Gary, to finish up, yes, it just needs to just break that first part of the goal line. Any part of that tip of the ball on the the front of the goal line, touchdown immediately, yes.
Gene, we saw kind of a punch being thrown right there. While they're reviewing, can they see something like that and call a personal foul on that play?
You know, I don't think that this is reviewable as they're looking, or a reviewable aspect, but I can tell you what, Gary, that look right there and that swing, that would be an instant disqualification if they would see that. I would tell you that for sure. Yes.
Well, they got away with a punch, but
not
the Trojans got a touchdown. That's right. Well, it was Reggie pushing Matt back in 2005. Today it's Joyner pushing Maiava. Touchdown USC. Tomorrow after 60 minutes and streaming on Paramount Plus. Well, the Trojans, after the turnover, go down and get the 1-yard touchdown to tie things up at 7 apiece.
Yeah, you can go through all the different matchups, all the different yardage, all the schedule, everybody that played everybody. If you turn the ball over, that evens up everything.
Yeah, no doubt. So Notre Dame waiting on the kick. Jaden Harrison as Michael Lance with a kickoff, and he'll let it go. Notre Dame will bring it out to the 25 with 12 1:07 remaining. Riley Leonard still perfect, even though the last one was not on him. It was his receiver. Stream CBS Sports HQ, your free 24/7 snapshot of all the sports that matter to you. Catch highlights, in-depth analysis, and breaking news anywhere you are. Download the CBS Sports app to watch today. Gary will be along with the HQ team when this one's over.
And in a way, it really wasn't on the receiver that time either. That's just one of those plays that happens in football.
Yeah.
You know, you got the ball, you get hit from behind. That's part of the game.
Jadarian Price in the lineup right now to give Jeremiah Love a little breather at the tailback spot for the Irish. He'll get the carry, and he's going to get dumped for a loss of 1.
So we've talked about Mike Denbrock, what he brought to this Notre Dame offense, but Danton Lynn, the hire by Lincoln Riley, went over and got the UCLA defensive coordinator to improve his defense, and he's done a good job.
He really has.
This defense tackles better. They're more disciplined. They understand where their leverage is. That is a good job by a defensive coordinator turning this defensive program around for USC.
Leonard, empty backfield, quarterback draw coming up, and they drag him down after he maybe got a half-yard past the line of scrimmage. 3rd down coming up.
I think it was Devin Tompkins that time, number 98. He'll line up inside, but now because of the injuries outside to Anthony Lucas, he sometimes lines up and plays the edge, and that time he did.
3rd down and 9. So far today, Notre Dame is better than what they've done over the course of the season. They're 2 for 2.
Probably going to get a blitz from the outside from Stevens, number 23. Coming right off the edge over here.
Leonard's pointing at him. And here he comes. Riley flushed out of the pocket, pumps once, given ground. Finally throws at the very end, incomplete. Intended for his tight end. He got it close to him.
Yeah, there was 3 receivers over there and 4 USC players, and there was no way that linebacker Desmond Stevens was going to back up in coverage. He was coming, runs right through the running back, blocked that time by Aeneas Williams, and really pressures Riley Leonard out of the pocket. How about that? A big stop for USC.
Yep, and the first incompletion for Riley Leonard. And it brings a punting situation up for Market Freeman's Irish. James Rendell to punt. Zachariah Branch waiting on the other end. Oh, it's going to be a fake and a throw. And a man open is Evans, and he's got it. Fake punt works all the way to the 49-yard line. Boy, that's some guts from that spot.
Well, they had one dialed in. And when you do it in your own end, nobody's expecting it, that's for sure.
23-yard pickup.
And watch the delay on the play from the tight end on that position that time. The delay happens right over here. That's the guy that delays and waits and waits and waits, and then it's a throwback.
Work to perfection.
Cade Eldridge just does it the way he was taught.
To the 49-yard line. Now Leonard pumps one way, comes back on a screen the other, and nothing doing for Price. Nice job by Jalen Smith again.
One more look at the design of the play. All of the actions going to the right, throwback to the left.
Tyler Buckner with the big play so far.
Of course, Tyler Buckner was the transfer from here to Alabama back to here.
Price dragged down again. Defense not giving any ground.
And watch Braylon Shelby, number 34 this time. Again, when you watch on tape, this USC team that last year tackled so poorly. I mean, you talk to USC people that watch the games, they almost had to put a hand over their eyes watching on defense. Not anymore.
Now it's 3rd down and 10. Leonard fires a strike to the tight end. He's short of the first down by a yard or so.
What a nice job by Jalen Smith that time. I mean, that's a small corner handling an inside receiver, a big tight end, Mitchell Evans. Now watch this again. Okay, you complete it, but now I have to be physical. And he was physical.
Ball at the 42-yard line.
Not surprised that they're going to go for it here.
Another fourth down conversion. Do they have another one in them? Two tight ends. Jeremiah Love with Riley Leonard in the backfield. Fourth down and a long yard. Leonard throws, easy pitch and catch out to Jordan Faison, and Faison's got a first down at the 33-yard line.
Well, Ness, you mentioned this earlier with the healthy Jordan Faison. We saw him break out in the Sun Bowl for all intents and purposes. Injured early in the year. He's probably their most twitchy athlete they have. And that's a tough matchup all over the field because USC was loaded inside to play short yardage. They were almost saying, we dare you to throw it, and they threw it.
He got around Jalen Smith over there, who's made two big plays on this series alone on that corner spot, number 2 down at the bottom of your screen. Now it's first down at the 34. A little delayed draw. Jeremiah Love with a head of steam and a stiff arm, but he's got it down around the 15-yard line before Kamari Ramsey can knock him out.
This guy's got that, Alvin Kamara stall at the pocket of the hole right there. Stall, 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 and then boom, he's gone.
19 yards worth of gone. They'll set it right at the 15-yard line. Love has Notre Dame's touchdown in the first quarter, and now we're past the midway point of quarter number 2. Tie game at the Coliseum. Delay blitz coming. Leonard fires far side. Tough catch. Nope. Incomplete.
I thought Jaden Greathouse that time was coming close to blocking on the play. The ball downfield was thrown past the line of scrimmage and was not handled by Bo Collins.
Bo tried to catch that about 4 times and finally didn't. Now he'll trot out to the left on second down and 10. Tight end Cooper Flanagan in the slot. Second down and 10 at the Trojan 15-yard line.
Changing the protection.
Putting Flanagan over on the right side. Play clock down to 1. They got it off. Love. Inside run. And some pushing and shoving for maybe 3 yards. Cameron Fountain in on the tackle. Another third down coming.
Yeah, Cameron Fountain, another one of those true freshmen that have helped fill in for this USC defense.
Love goes out.
I'll tell you, 2 guys inside that have really helped. 2 transfers, Nate Clifton and Gavin Meyer. Those guys are holding their own inside against this physical Notre Dame offensive line.
Clifton from Vandy and Meyer from Wyoming. And Riley Leonard from Duke is going to be stopped, and it's going to be 4th down again.
Well, that's an interesting call. As well as Riley Leonard had been throwing the ball there on that one. That's a long way to go against this aggressive USC defense.
Marcus Freeman, when we talked to him yesterday, said, Coach, how much faith do you have in your field goal kicker? They've had some issues with Mitch Jeter. He's had some injury problems. He had a groin injury, suffered back earlier in the season, and it kind of worked its way to his hip. And they have not been hitting the ball that well in field goals, but this should be relatively easy from 27 yards. Okay, that's upright.
Kept sliding to the right. He did not follow through enough. But Ness, I thought you really laid it out there perfect for him. All he had to do was put him through those 2 yellow poles.
Yeah. No good.
You can walk the horse to the water, but you cannot make him drink.
That's right. And now he's 6 for 12 on the year as the doink skips it to the right. And Marcus thought he had it and didn't have it. Look, we'll see you coming up at halftime in 5 minutes or so. Here we've got USC taking over just inside their own 20-yard line after the missed field goal.
It's basically a turnover. for Notre Dame right there. That's two of them in the game.
Joyner in the backfield with Mayaba. They fake it to him. Mayaba in trouble, and down he goes. Nice job by Gabriel Rubio. Let's get a Woody Marks update from Jenny.
Yeah, they're without their leading rusher. It was 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Looked at, like he hit his head. He went straight into the injury tent, spent about 18 minutes in there, came out without his helmet, emotions in his eyes. Guys, he motioned to his family in the stands that he is done for the day. Disappointing senior day for him.
Boy, that's terrible.
Thought he was one of the key players of the game, too.
Absolutely. Both as a receiver and a runner. So as I said earlier, it puts some heat on Quentin Joyner for sure. We'll see some Brian Jackson probably too at the tailback spot before the day is done. Mayaba whips it over left side, had it in and out of the hands of his intended receiver.
Had to gun that one.
Kyron Hudson incomplete.
Don Schuler almost ran underneath that one and picked that one off. Started out to the right side. This is always dangerous. You look to your right, and then when you come back, it's hard to focus in on everybody. And it's a good thing he threw a fastball because it wasn't handled, but you see number 8 almost ran underneath that one for an interception.
Brian Jackson, who I just mentioned, into the lineup, and he comes out as a receiver down to the bottom of your screen. Third down and a bunch. Third down and 15 for Mayaba. Jaden's going to throw short screen pass. Got it to Zachariah Branch. Ooh, took a shot. He's not going to get the first down. It's going to be fourth down and about 5.
Yeah, that whole series was changed with that first play sack for the Notre Dame defense. That forced them to throw on second and third down, and Notre Dame played the deep zone defense and played everything in front of them.
Eddie Czaplicki comes in to punt. Max Hurleman drops back deep. Czaplicki averaging almost 49 yards a punt on the season. A flag down on this one. Oh boy, he blasted this thing. Going to bounce inside the 10, and it makes it to the end zone. But again, penalty markers down.
Yeah, and the way that punt fell, even if Notre Dame is in motion, I don't think they want him to punt it again.
That's the first touchback this season. 74-yard punt.
Shift. Offense, they were 14 and 6. They reset. 5-yard penalty. Repeat fourth down.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know if I want this guy to punt it again.
Well, if he just drops it 73 yards this time, they're in trouble.
Well, we saw earlier with the Riley Mills punt and punched near the goal line, but you can see it's a
rivalry.
Yeah, that's all right. It's kind of fun playing doing that kind of stuff.
Okay, let's watch Eddie do this again. None of his teammates can even pronounce his name, and Lincoln Riley blew it bad, but he said, I got it as close as I can get it, and I'm staying with that because he's been that good this year. Okay, not quite as deep this time.
Good decision by Marcus Freeman. Ball would have been on the 25. He got an extra 10 yards with the decision.
Notre Dame with the ball back on offense when we come back.
We're going to see if they can say my last name.
Czaplicki.
Czaplicki.
Kaplacic.
Zablicki.
Do you know how to say my last name?
Eddie.
Eddie Czaplicki.
Czaplicki.
Close.
Zablicki.
Appreciate having you on.
That's Eddie interviewing his teammates, Eddie Czaplicki. And first punt that he hit a mile. He's smiling now, but we'll show you kind of the outcome of his last 2 kicks. Have a little fun here. As about a 2-yard gain for Jeremiah Love. The first punt, you heard Gary go, geez, as this is after a 74-yarder that was his first touchback of the year. A little excitement, and Gary said, don't let him punt again. He might punt it even. No, he didn't like the second one at all. A tale of 2 punts for Eddie Czaplicki. He's got a big personality.
Or he was upset his teammates don't even know how to pronounce his name. One of the two.
I like the guy, just Eddie.
Yep.
Eddie's good enough. Second down and 7. Just outside the 37 for the Irish. Blitz coming on Leonard. Short crossing route. And one broken tackle. And Eli Raridan got the completion.
Guys, after you saw Eddie throw that helmet down, he actually came over to the sideline. Coach Riley had to grab him and settle him down because he was showing so much emotion. So real fun personality, real big personality as well.
Oh boy. Here we go, 3rd down and 3.
Both teams have all 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute timeout.
Biggest 3rd down by either team, for either team so far today. Leonard, straight blast.
Right.
Love it, he's short.
Couple defeats up front. You handle up front, you make it easy. I think right here.
Kobe Pepe, I think
up front he wins, and then you fill, and then the linebacker fills.
Yep.
That's the way you play good defense. You take a gap, you move, and force that linebacker to say, I only got to go one way.
And we're down to our 2-minute timeout here in the 2nd quarter at the Coliseum in Los Angeles.
Notre Dame brings their offense on.
They're 2 for 2 on 4th down today. One was the fake punt.
Will they just try to draw them off, or will they go for it?
From the 44-yard line. Riley Leonard takes the snap. Quarterback draw, and
it's close.
I don't know.
I think he got over the line.
He says he did. Mason Cobb's the guy that stood him up. As we look right down the line here. And you just heard in the background one of the officials say 1st down. Not by much.
Man, it's close. I mean, if there's a, I mean, it was right at the line. I mean, you could look at this. Closer than I thought.
No review.
They're going to review this.
There it comes.
The ruling on the field was a 1st down. The play's under further review.
So this is going to be a big one, because if it's not a 1st down, it's going to give the Trojans great field position with all their timeouts remaining and 1:51 to go.
Remember, this is a lot more difficult for the replay officials not on the goal line, because you don't know exactly where the ball was started to start the 10 yards.
Play-by-play markers are down at the bottom of the screen as you see where the yellow line is. He needed 1 yard even.
Yeah, but I don't know if the marker was on the line. Usually the officials like to set the ball on the line for a 1st and 10. And he would have had to touch the line. You know, our yellow line is just a guess. It's not official.
And I think they've already made a decision. Here we'll look from the pylon marker.
After review, the ruling on the field stands. 1st down.
Yeah, those are tough to judge. I mean, it's, you know, inches either way, and you don't have that goal line as well, but we were pretty much right on the line there.
Well, so 3 for 3 on 4th down for the Irish.
And all 3 timeouts now.
Right on the 45-yard line. So we know where this 1st and 10 starts. As Gary said, it's right on the line.
If we have another one, we know for sure, right?
That's right. If we get to the SC 45, we know it's a 1st down. Jeremiah Love to midfield, taking tacklers with him to around the 47.
And Jeremiah Love is the player of the game. There's no doubt so far. He's so impressive. I mean, we thought we'd get, you know, a battle of Jeremiah Love against the other 4 Woody Marks, but right now it's Love's game.
Wow. This never stops driving.
No, he does not. Runs with energy.
Leonard. Loads got leveled as he threw, and it's incomplete. Ooh, he took a lick.
And he was wide open. If there had not been that rush inside, I think it was Nate Clifton, number 99, that comes around because the receiver was wide open. I mean, like 15 yards open on the play.
Flag down. Nate Clifton hit him so hard that he injured himself, I think. Had to go off the field.
Personal foul. Tripping. Defense number 34. 15-yard penalty. 1st down.
Braylon Shelby, you don't see that call a lot.
Let's see if we can find where he was on the field. Obviously, he's an edge rusher, lining up right or left. Looks like he's lining up to the offenses. Oh, he tripped the running back going out. That's what they called.
Now Leonard back to work. Little screen pass to Love. Jeremiah Love with a hurdle.
Man.
20, 15. Blasting his way down around the 6-yard line. He has done that all year long, and he does it again.
Yeah, he loves to do that. Saw him with a touchdown against Army doing this, and this time he was ready to go just as Ramsey comes in, and look at that. And he just keeps going. Wow, look at that elevation.
20-yard pickup, and from the pylon, that is,
look at that.
That's
I
amazing.
mean, it's track and field stadium, and he's showing it.
Got his Olympic form going, getting ready for 28. Minute 3 left in the quarter. We got a timeout with 1:03 to go. Back at the Coliseum in 30 seconds.
Marines are made for this. Made for the calling only warriors can answer. Made from an unshakable belief in our nation and a strength that comes from the determination to win together. But you'll have to earn your place among us, because you don't join the Marines. You become one.
Take another look at Riley Leonard
Yeah,
and
watch,
Jeremiah Love.
Watch center Pat Coogan come around and get the block to the outside, kind of a peel back block. You set, and then come back and clean it from the inside, outside in. Beautiful job, and that frees it up for Love to show what he has.
He didn't even break stride.
No, but he was thinking about jumping the whole way, it seems like.
I would too if I could do that.
Absolutely.
7th play of the drive coming up. Irish trying to take the lead before halftime here. Darian Price in the backfield now with Leonard from the 12-yard line. Leonard to the end zone. Got it. Touchdown Notre Dame. Eli Raritan.
Yep, slot fade to your tight end to the outside. You've got the matchup you want. You've got your tight end on a linebacker safety type player, and that's what you want. Look right here. Here's the matchup you're looking at. When you've got this tall, athletic tight end, run the fade. Boy, that is just so easy to the outside. Matched up against Mason Cobb, an inside linebacker. You're just looking around. Oh, there's the guy I want to throw to.
Definitely chose the right one. Caps the 65-yard drive for the lead. Mitch Jeter, extra point is perfect.
3 for 3 on 4th down for the Irish.
And his 15th touchdown passing, but not the ending. Kyle Lemon going to take it about the 6-yard line. Lemon's got a little bit of an avenue this time, but it's shut down on the special teams as he crossed the 20. Jeremiah Love, we said he's done it all year. Here, Northern Illinois, up and over, and on his way to the end zone for the touchdown. Last week, Army, up and over, and into the end zone for a touchdown. And if you just missed it a minute ago, this one was even almost better stride.
Yeah, I rate that number 1.
I do too.
In the order I was going backwards, 1, 2, 3. I will say this: when you're going to tackle Jeremiah Love now, I mean, the scouting report, you can't go low. You just can't do it.
USC all their timeouts. Mayava, late throw to the sideline, and it's complete to Branch. Picked up about 7 or 8.
We've seen more of Zachariah Branch here than we did in the last 2 games combined, it seems like. Targets, getting him in the football game. Good throw, but nothing deep at all. None of the crossing routes that Miller Moss used to throw so effectively.
2nd down and 3. Clock stopped at 49 seconds. Notre Dame coming with a blitz. Mayava. This comes deep to the near side. And it's Rich. The 40-yard line.
Dropped it. He dropped it. Could not finish the catch. It was really good coverage by Notre Dame that time. Rod Hurd has the slot back, gets his hand in there, and you've got to survive the ground on the catch, and the ball pops out.
Gary called for that pass, and it almost got him a 1st down at the 40.
I tell you, I love the way that this time finally by Kaiser comes in there and puts a little pressure on the deep throw, but it was a perfect throw. Everybody kind of did their job there. Great coverage.
3rd down and 3. Mayava throws complete this time, and that one's to Lemon, and that'll move the sticks.
Jaden Mayava, you can see the potential that this guy has. Big, tall, strong arm, learning the offense, taking advantage of these USC talented receivers.
38 seconds remaining, and timeout will be back in 30 seconds.
On a Longing, Fansville by Dr. Pepper.
Ramon, what are you doing here? Texting another conference now.
Yeah, but it's like on the other side of the country. It's really, really far.
But you're not even on our schedule this season.
Maybe we can meet you in the playoffs.
That's crazy talk.
You know what else is crazy? Getting all that Dr. Pepper flavor with 0 sugar.
But Dr. Pepper doesn't have a questionable secondary like Tech does.
Here, catch!
And that's why you're a mascot.
College football, it's a Pepper thing.
Championship football is here. Tune in this Friday at 7 Eastern on CBS Sports Network for the Conference USA Championship game. Jacksonville State will host either Western Kentucky or Sam Houston. And whichever, Rich Waltz, Robert Turbin, and Amanda Guerra will have it for you. Here's the quarterback comparison so far today between the Irish and the Trojans of USC. 38 seconds, 2 timeouts remaining for USC.
USC needs about 30 yards.
Mayava, long streak down the sideline. Got it to Lemon. Did he stay in bounds?
I think he did. You only need 1 foot. I think he did.
1st down. So we're looking for long passes. We get 2 on this drive.
Now remember, he's going backwards, so he has to survive his heel. He did.
Great pitch and catch. USC's got it at the 27 of Notre Dame.
Yeah, that's an explosive arm that Lincoln Riley was saying. Like, this guy, when he learns how to play quarterback, I mean, he's got all the tools. That's an indicator. Could put your receiver or your running back in motion to see anybody moving.
After that 35-yard gain, 1st down at the 27. Mayava loads and fires again toward the corner, and flags fly.
So this is in college football. If you're beat and Christian Gray knew he was beat, you're just going to take the 15-yard penalty. In the NFL, that ball goes down to the 5-yard line.
Yep. Jacoby Lane, the intended receiver.
Pass interference, defense, number 29, 15-yard penalty, 1st down.
See, he knows if the ball's on target, it's a touchdown, and he's just willing to take the 15-yard penalty, especially with the amount of time that's on the clock.
But as it is, that's going to move it to like the 12, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's better than the 4.
Yeah,
right?
I agree with you.
Or if it was a perfect pass, if he didn't do that, it could have been a touchdown.
So they set it up at the 12-yard line.
And remember, every play is still available to Lincoln Riley with 2 timeouts remaining.
And still 27 seconds to go.
Still blitzing. Looks like Al Golden's going to come with the blitz again. Kaiser is showing he's going to come on the play.
Wendy Joyner in the backfield.
Are they checking out of it? They are.
Mayava looks, throws a rocket. Jacoby Lane, touchdown. Whoa, that one had some smoke.
I tell you, this is a great read this time by Mayava. He sees the 2-3 safeties and knows he's got the zone on the play. Notre Dame got out of the blitz, and he knew he had what he wanted, and he just shoots it in there. What a throw. That's a big-time throw right there. How about those 2 drives? Fourth down play by Notre Dame, and USC comes right back with one direction and USC the other.
Extra point is good.
Good
by Michael Lance. Jacoby Lane on the receiving end. 7th touchdown pass of the year. Miami says we are tied up at home. Got Paramount Plus.
You know what I'm thinking here, Ness, is that in this type of a game, Lindsey Nelson can't say, let's move on to further action. It's all action.
It's all action. So Notre Dame has 2 timeouts if they choose to want to do something here with 24 seconds until halftime.
Well, it's not like anybody's holding back any punches so far.
That's for sure. Well, the one punch that.
Oh, that's true.
One punch that should have been held back. That's what I was trying to say. Marcus Freeman has gambled on a fake punt on 4th down and 9. Picked up 2 other 4th down conversions on their way to a touchdown. Riley Leonard will keep it on the ground here.
Yeah. I was just hoping they got into field goal range for you again. My guy told that story. I almost had a tear in my eye. Nancy, his bride is here. It's going to be anniversary. Still doing your homework.
I was going to give you a tissue.
Yeah, exactly.
I told the field goal kicker story. Maybe we'll have a chance to revisit it.
Right. Still did your homework, got the story, and the guy misses it.
Good ball game here. 35-second drive to go 78 yards for the Trojans to tie things up at halftime. Notre Dame will receive the second half kickoff. As both teams heading to the locker room here in Los Angeles. Notre Dame gets the football first, and they will bring it out to the 25-yard line. Let's check in with Jenny Dell.
Well, coming into this game, Lincoln Riley said his 2 areas of focus was creating separation and finishing, and that's what he said the focus is in the second half of this game. He said we're battling out there, we're playing tough, we're fighting, we just need to capitalize on every single opportunity. And guys, defensively, he said 3rd downs will be the name of the game.
You know, I just wish they had their probably best player, Woody Marks.
Yeah.
We lost in the first quarter to injury, and he's out for the game.
But Quentin Joyner's done a nice job.
Yeah, yes.
So
and then there's Jeremiah Love for 10 on the first snap.
I mean, just up front, these guys, and this is what we're talking about, hand-to-hand combat up there. Everybody has to win their battle one-on-one. Who wins this one? That time it was Rocco Spindler, number 50, the point of attack.
Riley Leonard, the quick throw is incomplete behind his intended receiver, Chris Mitchell.
I think he slipped on that one as he let the ball go. He looked down at his feet and just did not go where he wanted that pass to go at all.
Remember, Notre Dame riding a 9-game winning streak. A win here puts them in the college football playoff. Just one blemish on their record this year, and now facing a tough opponent who's had a disappointing year at 6-5, but are playing unlike a 6-5 team. Love again airborne a little bit, not quite high as hurdle this time. You had the high hurdles and you had the low hurdles.
Yeah.
This is a low one.
End of this play, Anthony Knapp, the true freshman that come in at left tackle. Watch him finish his block and just pancake his player. You know, that was a position that needed to come through with the injury to Jagashaw, and he has come through.
Here's a 3rd down and 4 on the opening possession of the 3rd quarter for the Irish. Leonard rolling right, pumps once, throws to his Chris Mitchell for the 1st down.
Smart play by Chris Mitchell there. He saw all the flow going towards his left, and watch him pull up on it. Roll out to the right, he just feels the zone, he stops and makes himself wide open. That is good, alert football.
And a pickup of 19 to the USC 40-yard line.
Kind of reversed his direction on the play and was overrun by that USC defense.
Riley Leonard didn't even miss a pass till the 2nd quarter. And now he's got Notre Dame offense in gear again. Love for 4.
Yeah, look at that offensive line for Notre Dame continuing to mash. Nothing's pretty. They just run it up there and you go, yeah, what was that? That was just a little bit of mash up front. Bring the tight end in motion, follow him, and just go forward, for almost 5 yards.
It's so fun for those big fellas to block for a guy like Jeremiah Love, and now Jardarian Price in to give Love a little breather.
And that'll force Danton Lynn to close that box even more. He did.
Price off to the races. Jardarian Price with a blocker in front down the sideline. Touchdown, Notre Dame. 36 yards on the rush.
Watch Danton Lynn bring an extra player, and that's why there was no secondary to come in on this play. Here's the blitz here. Watch the receiver. He feels he's wide open. Almost think this was a bust by USC. Once he breaks the line of scrimmage, there's no one back there to tackle him. I just don't think you design a play like that on defense with no one. If that would have been a pass play, it would have been a walk-in too.
Jeter's extra point is up and good. Just like that, 6 plays, 75 yards in just over 2 minutes. We got the Price is Right music going. Jardarian Price, come on down. You're the next contestant in the USC end zone. 21-14, Notre Dame. Jeremiah Love, these guys can score anytime they touch it.
Want to know why I know that Notre Dame, all 5 offensive linemen got their block? Because USC brought 7. That means you got to have 5 blocks. On the left side, Billy Sharuth and Anthony Knapp are the key blocks because that's where Price cuts back. But all 5 offensive linemen blow it open for the touchdown run.
And that is how you draw it up. It doesn't always work that way, but it sure did there. Let's go. And they do go out to a 7-point lead.
Well, that is offensive linemen. When they're out having their pizza party on Thursday, they're bringing that highlight right there.
No doubt.
Going to have an extra beer on that one. I'll tell you that right now.
Eric Goins to kick off. Mekhi Lemon has returned most of these kicks today. He'll take another one from the 4. Trying to make something happen on special teams. Our game trends are presented by the all-electric Cadillac Lyric. Love conquers all. He has done that today. 99 yards rushing and a touchdown. Mayaba, touchdown pass and a rushing score. Notre Dame clutch on 4th down today. 3rd down not as much. 4th down has been perfect. Yeah, now it's number 14's turn, and only took him 35 seconds and maybe with the help of a penalty to get USC in the end zone before halftime.
Yeah, as impressive as the passes were, he was just as clutch in reading the defense at the same time. Great drive for Jaden.
This time from the 23. Mayaba just over the outstretched arms of Lake McCree, his tight end. He says that one's on me.
Yeah, it was Jake Kaiser, though, working the whole time to stay in phase. I think it was Drake. Yeah, I think it was Drake Bowen, excuse me, 24-34, but good coverage by the middle linebacker that time. Bowen. Number 1 and number 2 tacklers, 24 and 34, 2 inside linebackers.
2nd down at 10. That's Lemon in motion. He'll settle into the bottom of your screen. Play fake, streak down the sideline. This one's on target, and it's Deuce Robinson, and you'll hear the chants of Deuce here in a second.
Yeah, and this time is, again, I think that Notre Dame was trying to play a zone. Both players were kind of peeking in at the quarterback here instead of going with the man-to-man coverage, and a beautiful throw, a blitz, and I don't know what kind of coverage they were in, but it was blown.
30-yard pickup for the Trojans, who were trying to answer back after the quick Notre Dame touchdown drive. And they're in Notre Dame territory at the 47-yard line. Little option, and the pitch was bobbled, but it's handled by Brian Jackson, but he didn't get much.
And again, now this is where the loss of Woody Marks comes in, because you can't go Joyner every play. He was kind of a kind of a second phase running back, so you're going to have to go to your number 3 guy in this phase.
And this is only the 15th carry on the year for Brian Jackson, so he doesn't get this much time normally if Woody was not injured. But they did get a couple on the option. Jackson stays in on 2nd down and 8. Blitz coming from the secondary. It will. Mayava has time now, running out of it. Had to get rid of it.
Yeah, just good job saving the play. You see, it's not 3rd and 14, but it's 3rd and 9. The veteran Jack Kaiser, I talked about it, 66 starts, pushes the quarterback out of the way and into the sideline, and that really was the play.
Let's check in with Jenny.
Well, I asked Kaiser about that historic number that he has, 66. He said all the people who have helped him do it, that's what he focuses on, the trainers, the families, the coaches. It's not a me thing, it's a we thing. And number 2, it's all about his teammates, guys.
He's up for the Campbell Trophy, too, which goes to one of the smartest players in the country. Mayava, deep ball, Lemon. No flag?
We're going to get a flag. I'm going to tell you, they're going to get one. I think he slowed Lemon down, and it was the back judge right in the middle that made the call.
Pass interference. Defense, number 29.
Yeah, he's holding on to the jersey. See that with his left hand?
He's taking a ride there.
And it was tough for the side judge to see that. So that is a great play by the official in the middle of the field there, seeing and helping his partner out. The side judge got kind of blocked on the play, and the other guy, his teammate, made the good call on the play.
And as good as Christian Gray was in the early part of the first quarter, that's his 2nd pass interference penalty now.
2 officials working well together on that play.
So with a 1st down, Quentin Joyner back in at tailback, and now he comes out as a wide receiver to the right side. Empty backfield for Mayava. Pressure coming, short throw complete, and it's the tight end Walker Lyons, and he's got a 1st down.
Well, look how easy this one was. A pick inside. Luke McCree actually picks on the play. Watch him go forward, pick up. I think it's Kaiser that time, and that allows for Lyons to be wide open. A well-designed play.
So Lyons, the freshman up-and-comer, McCree, the wily veteran, an 11-yard pickup on the pass play.
And the wily play calling by Lincoln Riley, too.
In the red zone again. Joyner, a little burst after the hesitation, and a 1st down, and then more. Inside the 5-yard line.
Remember when we talked early, Al Golden was nervous about the edges. We got to win the edges. They do not. Watch this. Run right out of the play. Gets hooked in by Noah. Alani Noah, number 77. And that creates the edge run that everybody loves.
And a little chippiness after the play. And a 1st and goal at the 5-yard line. Lemon in motion. The give. Joyner hitting the hole, but he keeps driving, and he's close.
What a run. I thought he was going to go down, and Joyner kept his balance right to the edge of the goal line. Watch, he gets down, almost puts his knee down, and then finishes the run.
That close. His helmet inches away from the goal line is the ball. So it's 2nd down and goal right there. Let's see if Mayava gets under center.
Well, I would try it again, wouldn't you?
Well, it worked the first time with the Bush push or the Joyner push. This time airborne. Touchdown.
Yep.
Little different route that time for Mayava. And Jaden goes up in the air for the score.
Jeremiah Love can do the jump. Jaden Mayava says, I can reach it out like that. I went low last time. I don't need a push. I just go airborne.
That's easier.
And bring it back. Boy, nice answer, huh?
You're not kidding. Jaden Mayava up and over.
Ruling on the field was a touchdown. The play's under further review.
So they'll take a look at it here. Yeah, that sure looks like he made it.
I thought the one from the side, just clearly, he reaches it out. You don't have to stay in the end zone. You just got to get there.
Just get the ball there. There's the line, and the ball is on the line or over.
That's a simple one, if you ask me. Gene, you want to give Gene a layup on this one? Let him agree with us?
Sure.
Gene, you
Man,
there?
Gary, I love when you give me an assist
After
like that.
review, the
I
ruling on the
agree,
field is
Gary,
confirmed.
100%.
Touchdown.
Hey, Gene, how about the two officials working together on the pass interference call? That was nice, wasn't it?
Yeah, I wish I could have had you in the studio. I told the guys I don't know if I've got a job anymore. You did such a great job explaining the inside out by the back judge. When you have a back judge that works from the inside out like that and gets the inside work, it's an amazing team effort, and I thought you worded it perfectly, Gary.
Michael Anson for the point after to tie the game. And it's up and good. 9:06 remaining third quarter. As Gary said, what an answer. After the Irish went 75 yards in 6 plays, the Trojans go 73 yards in 8 plays. Jaden Mayava up and over. We're deadlocked at 21. Cobb is done wearing it this year. It won't be worn anymore at the Coliseum. Let's check in with Jenny.
I spoke with Williams before the game. He said it's surreal to be back and an honor to have my jersey retired on the day of this rivalry. Guys, he said, I know I didn't win the Heisman because of this game, but I secured it in this game.
Well said, Jenny. And there they are. Mike Garrett, O.J. Simpson, Charles White, Marcus Allen, Carson Palmer, Matt Leinart, Reggie Bush, Caleb Williams. 8 of them.
As you were going through those advertisers, I was thinking they want their money back because everybody had the eyes on the guys behind them. You know, I didn't even see the advertisers.
Yeah, that's true.
They're going to be calling up and saying, hey, that was not fair.
Oh, well, we can run through them again if that helps. 7 Notre Dame Heisman, 8 Heismans here in Los Angeles. So now here we go, back and forth. See what Notre Dame comes up with.
And you know you're in a shootout. You're calling plays on offense. You just look at your guys and goes, come on. You got to assume this is a tennis match. You got to hold serve. I mean, we don't know if our defense can hold up. They got skilled players. Go out there, hold serve.
Leonard and Love in the Notre Dame backfield. From the 25, Riley Leonard throws short to Jeremiah Love. Made one man miss, a second. Powers for about 17 and a first down.
I mean, I like to call this missed tackles. I like to call this, I don't want this guy one-on-one. I mean, this is a guy who could beat NFL players in this one-on-one. Boom, try to tackle that. Boom, another one. That is tough.
As a receiver, a runner, and the moves like that, and then the power to boot. On the way out to the 42-yard line. Now Riley Leonard, quarterback draw. Leonard's got some room. And he's going to slide for a first down. Going to go back to the previous reception. Jeremiah Love limping a little bit.
Yeah, did he get fallen on at the end of the play? Yes. It looks like his right ankle at the end of the play was fallen on by the tackler.
Means Jadarian Price, at least for the moment. And again, he's got power too.
Yeah, just mashing away. Uh-oh, there's another shove and a push.
And a flag. I don't know if that's what the flag's going to be about, but here was the end of the play.
Yeah, it was Greedy Vance and Gatewood, Gatewood, those two, and I think it's going to be. Yeah, I think it's going to be on Vance.
After the play, personal foul, face mask, defense number 21, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Yeah, I think that's only fair. He started it.
He got too greedy, and that cost him 15 yards.
Well, if you ask me, he got a little too selfish, if you ask me. That's not a play you want to do when your team's trying to hold Notre Dame and stay in the game.
So first down at the 28. Leonard. He'll take off on his own, and he's got a lot of room, and he tried to hurdle and got it to the 4-yard line.
Well, their hurdler's out, so it's the next guy up to hurdle. Inside, Billy Schruth got beat on the play, the left guard, and this was not a quarterback draw. This was just a flat-out scramble, and he goes, all right, I'm going to try this hurdling play. Not quite as hot.
Yeah, but he picked up 24 in his first and goal at the 4. Jadarian Price maybe to the 2.
Good smart play by Riley Leonard. Gets flushed out inside, and again, this is where he becomes just, people do not see the stride and the speed he runs with. They misjudge him the whole game.
Remember, he's got 32 rushing touchdowns in his career, which is tops among active players, with the exception of the guy he's tied with, Dylan Gabriel of Oregon. Second down and goal at about the 2.5. Leonard. He's got 33 touchdowns on his career. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
Quarterback keep. Lead blocker this time would be Price. Fake and follow. Watch this. Just follow the guy into the hole. Up front, you've been mashing them all game. Will you mash them again? Yeah, it's a counter. Nice job by Rocco Spindler coming around, handling it, and another drive, another touchdown. USC, your turn.
6:27 remaining in this third quarter as we go back and forth. Mitch Jeter. Extra point. Up and good. Riley Leonard. 14 rushing touchdowns on the season. 33 out of his brilliant career between Duke and Notre Dame. And he's got his team back in front on the road by 7. Here, as you look over on the Griffith Observatory, we're observing one heck of a football game. December 5th on CBS. America's favorite new show returns. You say, what's that? Well, it's a special holiday event you won't see coming. Matlock, new episode on CBS Thursday, December 5th, and catch up on Paramount Plus.
Just to give you an example of what a tennis match is broken out here with a physical tennis match, except for the kneel down at the half. That's 5 consecutive drives. 3 by Notre Dame, 2 by USC for touchdowns.
That's right. They went 78, 75, 73, and 75. Lemon's going to take this one at the 1. Makai Lemon working all day on kick returns, trying to find a big one. He got one here, or at least better than the previous ones. Good field position for the Trojans.
Yeah, he's paid the price, but he has not lost his aggressiveness, has he, on these kick returns?
No. Came in averaging 29.3 with a long one this year of 80, and he got a 35-yarder right there. And a little talking afterwards. Nice to be on your own sideline when you're doing all that talking. All right, here we go. Without Woody Marks, Trojan offense nonetheless. With Jaden Mayava at the controls and Quentin Joyner for the most part doing the rest of the work with Marks out. Mayava quick to the outside, in and out of the hands of his intended receiver.
Yeah,
Deuce Robinson.
Yeah, true freshman Leonard Moore, one-on-one coverage that time. Watch the fight outside. He's got a man-to-man, bump and run.
Okay.
Really, really good coverage that time. Stays with it and gets his hands in there just as the ball comes.
See from our AT&T pylon cam how close Deuce Robinson was to holding on to that, or almost catching it a second time, but it's incomplete, and it's second down at 10.
Wonder if they'll go back after Christian Gray, the other side of the other corner on the field.
It's going to be Mayava on the keep, and Jade Mayava short of the first down, but he got about 8.
Well, if you listen to the USC fans. They go, we get it. Maava's in there. You know, Miller Moss, not quite the runner. But why are we not running our quarterback? Well, there's a called run, and that worked really well.
And it brings up a third down that's manageable. Third down and a long yard.
Let's see what this Notre Dame defense, see how heavy they come into the box to try to force a fourth down. They're going to bear look, 5 men up.
It's almost 2 yards now that I look at it. And they're in the shotgun. Joyner hesitation and then drives forward. First down, Trojans.
Yeah, nice cut that time. Paused a bit, stayed patient, kept his eyes up. And Joyner really coming through for this Trojan football team.
Quarterback comparison, they're both having good games. This guy trying to go to 3-0 as a starter for the Trojans. Notre Dame trying to win their 10th straight game and put themselves in a playoff.
You got Christian Gray at the top of the field over there. He has been struggling. Do you not go back at the corner to the top of the screen?
He pulls it out of Joyner's gut. Now rolls. Got a block from Joyner. Got to get rid of it. And just can't. And he finally does toss it, but I think he might have been out of bounds. Let's get an injury update from Jenny.
I got eyes on Jeremiah Love right now. He went into the injury tent. The trainers were looking at his right knee. They wrapped it up. He's been doing drills on the sideline. Now he's currently on the bike. Guys, he's working through it, but clearly in pain.
Yeah, that's sad because he's having an unbelievable game. We'll see if he can work his way back in. You know, he wants to be in on this thing. Second down and 10 for the Trojans, just inside their own 48.
Got Zachariah Branch up there one-on-one.
With number 29, the guy that Gary called. He's going to come back the other way with the ball, and a back shoulder throws incomplete. Deuce Robinson, the intended receiver. Covered out there by Leonard Moore.
Yeah, this one, I don't think there's nothing there. He had his hands on his shoulder, but this ball was not catchable at all. I think it's the penalty is going to be on USC.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense number 85 was covered up. The penalties declined. Third down.
Walker Lyons, the tight end, uncovered, and the penalty declines, so it's third down and 10.
Remember when Zachariah Branch shifted over to the outside? He did the shift right, but he forgot that he was the Z back, which means he has to line up in the backfield. He lined up at the line of scrimmage. Good call by the officials.
And Zachariah is going to line up on the Trojan sideline after that play.
Mistake.
Third down and 10. They're going to keep it on the ground. Brian Jackson. And the crowd a little bit wondering about that call. So we finally have a fourth down in the second half.
Yes, I think Drake Bowen called the play here. Watch him right here. Watch him. He calls. Watch, he starts telling it, run left, run to our left, run to our left. And it's right where they run it. That's some field mark when you're right there. Yeah. He recognized the formation and he called it out.
Eddie Czaplicki to punt. If you missed it, he had a 74-yarder earlier in the game. This one bounces and made it to the end zone. That close. Mekhi Lemon was trying to track it down. So we'll bring it out to the 20-yard line for the Fighting Irish with just under 4 minutes remaining in the third quarter. 28-21. Notre Dame in front on the road. They scored 55 points in 17 minutes of possession time. Shut out Notre Dame, the one that everybody calls the comeback. 55-24, 50 years ago today. That was a remarkable football game. Here comes Jadarian Price, who already has a 36-yard touchdown in this one.
We've been talking about that it's almost a tennis match, and Notre Dame has been holding serve. And if you're at USC now, how do you win back the serve? You got to stop the serve. They're running the ball right at you. They'll rush for over 200 yards in this game.
16 more for Jadarian Price right there.
I mean, they're just winning with their first shot at you, running right at you.
Riley Leonard, pressure coming from behind, going deep, and it's intercepted. Threw it right to the defensive back coming the other way. And it's John Humphrey still going. Humphrey. And there's the big turnover that USC's defense was looking for. As Gary said, you want to stop them? Stop them. They just did.
You wonder why you're going to call that one. I mean, there was nobody. I don't know what Riley Leonard was looking for here. You see the interception is just one-on-one to the receiver to the top of the field. A little bit of pressure. 5-man rush, but just kind of taking a chance, unnecessary chance, the way they've been running the ball. And all of a sudden, Humphrey comes up with another turnover. How to change the momentum? Get a gift, and that was a gift.
No doubt. You think he was thought he was going to run a different route than that?
I don't know what they were doing. That was really strange. Wasn't even close, was it?
No.
And it wasn't even a really good back shoulder throw either. It was almost, at the numbers in the field.
Well, he knows it on the sideline. Whatever it was, it's given the Trojans golden opportunity here at the Notre Dame 45-yard line. Jaden Mayaba throws complete.
Yeah, there's the matchup I'm going to go after right now. Until they can get a stop out there from Christian Gray, I'm going after him one-on-one. He is struggling to the outside.
All season long, plus 16, I mentioned it earlier, coming in. And takeaways, #1. But today the turnovers are going the wrong way for him. This is USC playing without Woody Marks, their top tailback. Jaden Mayaba backpedaling, has to throw it in the dirt. I don't know if that was supposed to be a screen pass or what that was.
I think it was. I think Quentin Joyner's going.
Did he get tripped trying to get out there?
No, he basically got tackled on the play. It was going to be a screen pass, and look at that. That could have been, should have been interference. Jordan Clark comes and just grabs him.
I don't know how they missed that one. I saw him go down. I didn't know if he tripped or was bumped, but he was mugged. At any rate, it's 3rd down.
That's a play they hit earlier in the game. You know, that little slip pass with the offensive lineman in front of them. They were trying it again.
Tight end McCree will cross the field. Mayaba rolling that way. A lot of pressure. Lofts one. He was open. He just couldn't get it to him.
Well, I'll tell you that time, Burnham number 40 that time saved the day. Joshua Burnham, watch him put the pressure, because if there was no pressure here, this would have been a touchdown. Doesn't get enough on the ball. I think Kaiser also comes in on the play, but 2 plays, look at that. That's a touchdown with a little bit more effort.
And you saw Lake McCree's reaction. Oh, man, I was open.
Trojans turn now to go forward on 4th down.
4th and 3. 0 for 1 on 4th down today. This one from the Notre Dame 37-yard line. Mayaba, pressure coming quickly. He's going deep, near sideline, and tipped and incomplete. Xavier Watts was back there on Mekhi Lemon.
Yes, Xavier Watts did a great job. The All-American safety that time, coming from the middle of the field. He makes up a lot of yardage. He's got him, and all of a sudden Xavier Watts is there just enough where if he could catch it, not with Watts there.
No wonder he's an All-American.
He read the play fast, got there. A former wide receiver that spent a couple of years learning how to play defensive back, had a great year last year, but now when you talk to Al Golden, he says he does everything good now.
Well, he had 2 interceptions and a fumble return for a touchdown last year in this series, and he just saved a touchdown right there. It's not over. We still got a lot of football left. Don't want to give up if you're a Trojan fan.
Yeah, that Notre Dame defense saved a turnover, though.
Price again. We'll work our way down under 2 minutes in the third quarter. Los Angeles Coliseum, the 95th meeting between the Irish and the Trojans, and it has been a dandy. Second down and 6, Notre Dame, with 223 rushing yards right now. And they're going to get a lot more right here. Jadarian Price off to the races again.
I mean, this offensive line, Pat Coogan, Billy Sharruth, just pushing that USC. Watch the push all the way across from the backside. And Price, again, just cuts behind it. Sharruth gets out on the middle linebacker. Really good job. And just, these home run backs, I mean, 2 of them for USC.
Well, it had a 36, Notre Dame 36-yard touchdown run, and that was a 35-yarder. So Jadarian's at 100 on 8 carries. That ain't bad. Riley Leonard loading, firing, end zone, caught, touchdown, Mitchell Evans.
The All-American. He matched up against number 27 Shaw, one-on-one. Blitz look, and that is a perfect throw. You know, you're tempted to think, okay, why are we going to throw the ball anymore as well as we're running it? And Mike Denbrock says, I got a matchup, probably had 2 plays called in the huddle, and if I've got the right safety on my big tight end, I'll take it.
And those 2 fly right into your living room or wherever you might be watching. Notre Dame out to a 34-21 lead with the extra point upcoming.
Remember, we were talking to offensive coordinator Mike Denbrock from LSU. He had Jaden Daniels. We go, what is it like with Riley Leonard? He said, I have to not tell him too much.
I got to coach him a little different.
Yeah, he takes everything to heart. I have to be careful not to overcoach him.
He's coaching him pretty well today. Extra point is good. Another long scoring drive. Riley Leonard has done it with his legs. He's done it with his arm. He's done it again for Notre Dame. 62 yards in 3 plays and a picture-perfect ball to his tight end. It's 35-21 Notre Dame.
To this quarterback.
Kyle Lemon has been running back kicks all day long. Had a good one last time. This one's not going to even get to the 15 or 16-yard line.
So Mike Denbrock was at Notre Dame with Brian Kelly, left and used with him to LSU, and now has returned. And he said, I don't like to get in, you know, his hair too much during the game, whether he's doing bad or not. Riley will just take, it's like that guy in golf he's mentioned, you know, your wrists, you know, you're kind of releasing it a little early, and all of a sudden they just overreact. He feels that Riley's better off just staying there by himself.
It's funny, after the loss to Northern Illinois, we had him the following week, and both Mike and Marcus were talking with us about his confidence is definitely shaken.
Yeah,
and I mean, and we're talking to him about it, but we aren't talking about it too much. We don't want to get it in his head too far, but he has responded, trying to lead a 10-game winning streak. Quentin Joyner, nice run, first down.
Really nice run. Throws the interception. What does he do? Just walks by, hang in there, doesn't get in his face.
Don't even make eye contact.
No.
Until the helmet comes
Be
on.
ready for the next one. I bet that's what he said. Be ready for the next one. Let it go.
Meanwhile, Jaden Miyav has got to forget about everything right now and try to get some offense going for the Trojans in the final 25 seconds of the quarter. And he's going to try to do it in big chunks. And he almost had it as Walker Lyons couldn't hold it.
I tell you, this Notre Dame linebacker group, Drake Brown, Bowen this time. Watch number 34 again.
Great coverage.
Yep, all over him, face guarding a little bit. So what? He's there. He's in range. Has to be perfect, and it could have been caught.
Miyav likes that throw.
He does do it a lot, doesn't he? It's kind of that slot kind of fade that he loves to throw.
Second down at 10. Play clock winding down. Gonna have to hustle. Just got it away. Mayaba. The streak down the other side, back shoulder, and it ended up being back ankle, incomplete, intended for Kyron Hudson.
Yeah, that was a tough sun throw there for Hudson. Looking right into the shadow. The sun coming right at him on that throw to the left side.
Jenny.
Yeah, just a quick update on Jeremiah Love. He is going to be done for the day. Took his helmet off, shook his head at the trainer. So it looks like his day is over, guys.
Well, I don't want him injured any further when what is apparently going to be on the horizon if they hold on to this lead. They need him healthy a few weeks from now. Down the middle, and a seam route to Kyle Ford, and a first down. Jordan Clark, the guy that was trying to stay with him.
Yeah, matched up inside. That's where he likes to go with the ball, to the inside receivers. Feels comfortable. Usually we've been getting the fade or the wheel route. This time, the middle of the field is where he attacks, and we're into the fourth quarter.
29-yard pickup to end quarter number 3. Hang on for dear life. Fourth quarter is going to be fun, everybody. And 4 years from now, that'll be fired up and kept fired up for a couple of weeks.
I want to hear how hard it is to hit a big run against Notre Dame. Coming into the game, they've had 417 rush attempts. Only 6 all year have gone for more than 20 yards.
Wow.
It's 1.4% of the runs.
First down. Mayaba going to throw short to Lemon, and Notre Dame's defense all over. He's going to lose yardage. New CBS Monday. Justice has no limits on NCIS origins. Right after NCIS. Monday night is NCIS night, with all new episodes of CBS on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus. Right now, rushing today for Notre Dame, Jadarian Price has 100 yards. Jeremiah Love injured with 99, and Riley Leonard has 59. So there's your 258 yards rushing for the Fighting Irish, and 8.3 per. Mayaba pump fakes one way, wants to go back at a screen the other way, and it's incomplete as Brian Jackson couldn't hold it.
Yeah, that was a good incompletion, because that was going to lose 4 to 6 yards.
Yep. And that's a good no catch, as
And you
Gary
can see
said.
where there's nowhere that play's going.
Not with Junior Tuilalamaka breathing down your neck. They need a third down conversion. They've hit 2 of 4, but this is a long one. Jackson in the backfield with Mayaba. Jaden deep throw near sideline. Deuce can't handle it.
Well, they went after Christian Gray, and he answered the bell.
Couple of pass interferences today, but good coverage that time.
Deuce Robinson doesn't have that breakaway speed, so now it becomes a jump ball, and Gray's in perfect position.
And so nothing you could do in this situation but punt. Unless you fake a punt, as Notre Dame did earlier. And the pressure getting to Mayaba on that throw.
Another freshman on the field. Was that Young, Bryce Young on that one, number 30? They put the pressure on.
Chapliski with a punt, trying to get one inside the 10 here. Got it right to the 10 with a fair catch by Hurleman. Just a minute into the fourth quarter. Notre Dame's got the lead and the ball when we come back. Game recap, and it has been a great one. Riley Leonard setting the tone today with a complete game, throwing and running, and his backfield and their running game for Notre Dame doing what they've done all season long. Notre Dame's in position, Gary. We got 14 minutes left to make the playoff, but can they do anything better than that?
Yeah, that's the key, I think, right now. Yeah, if they win, they're in. But if they're impressive and finish it off, they could get that coveted 5th spot. That was kind of earmarked for Oregon or Ohio State.
Yeah.
With that loss, if you're number 5, you play 12, and then you play 4 if you win that game. That, I think, is the best spot in the playoffs.
And if you get a home game at Notre Dame December 20th,
yep,
I don't think it's going to be as nice as it is here today.
Not anywhere close. Pretty sure I know what it looks like in South Bend at this time of the year.
Marcus Freeman told us how nice it wasn't when they left town the other day out of South Bend. So Ohio State has lost today. If you did not hear, as did Clemson. And so it's going to get all shaken up again.
Yeah, look at that. 5 against 12, and then you play the lowest rated team of a bye after that. I think that's the best spot.
And do you want a home game at Notre Dame against maybe a warm weather team? That might work out well for them.
Boy, I would like to go to that game.
Take your coat with you. Price, short gain. Notre Dame not doing anything fancy here with a 2-touchdown lead and 13 minutes to go. At least not yet. 3rd down and 5.
Well, if you're USC right here, you got to figure out if the quarterback is going to keep the ball here.
Tight end, Evans in motion. Leonard, heavy pressure, got away from one. Now he runs because he has to, and he's dumped way back at the 9-yard line by Cameron Fountain.
Kamari Ramsey, number 7, had the first shot at him that time, but got the escape. Watch number 7 get in there. Nice wiggle away, but nope. Good stop by the USC defense.
Notre Dame hasn't punted today. They showed a punt formation with James Rendell. And that's Zachariah Branch, who can change a game in the bat of an eye. But of course, they ran a fake punt on that 4th and 9 earlier, so they haven't punted until now. Zachariah camps under it at the 48. A little bit of a stumble and gets back to the 45.
Yeah, more of a duck and go than a stumble. I mean, that was very aggressive, good play by Zachariah Branch. Watch this, not a real high kick. Watch him catch it, dodge, and then go down.
Subway. And by Pepsi Zero Sugar.
Well, like the Open, you had the shot of South Bend's campus, and then that shot of the Pacific Ocean right there. That's a big contrast.
Don't forget, later in the game, before we're done, the play of the game presented by Jersey Mike Subs. Yeah, it's really bad. Too bad it's not a nice day out. And we feel for all of you that aren't where we are.
Oh, I used to love to watch these games when I was young. You know, you just watch the sit at the dream and go, wow, I'd love to play there.
Yep. Notre Dame trying to win the 52nd time against the Trojans in this long-time series. Trojans trying to play spoiler. Mayava fires wide open. Makai Lemon.
Oh, what great touch on that play. I think he threw it right over the slot coverage that time. Xavier Watts in the slot. Number 0. Watch it. Just a touch right over his head. Just laid it in there.
24-yard pickup down to the 21-yard line.
Yeah, that showed me a lot right there. A lot of these back shoulder throws. Finally one in the middle, a little bit more of a controlled pass that time.
So it gives the Trojans a first down. 230 yards in the air for Jaden Mayava. And he's got it at the 21-yard line with his offense. Trying to cut this to a 1-score lead. Back shoulder throw to Hudson. First down and goal at the 2.
Can't stop that one. Tyron Hudson, number 10, is one of the most gifted 50-50 ball players we have in college football. He knows he's going to get hit as he lets it go and throws this one perfectly.
So first 24 yards and then 19 more down to that spot right there.
And you really can't ask your corner to do any better than that. That was perfect execution by the Trojan pass offense.
First and goal, the Notre Dame 2. Quentin Joyner into the middle of the pack, still driving, really close again. Backpedaled his way inside the 1.
So from this close, they've gone low quarterback sneak and high quarterback sneak.
Let's see if we're going to get our third quarterback sneak.
Do they have a different variation? Well, they're going to go shotgun. This is different.
Okay, then it's not going to be what we thought. They're only about a foot away from the goal line. Mayava, though, in the shotgun.
Oh, my goodness. It's a little too fancy, if you ask me. Changing the play, changing the blocking, and all of a sudden somebody gets antsy.
Offense, number 87, 5-yard penalty, second down.
Blake McCree couldn't hold himself.
Well, there's a lot was going on there up there. You could hear all the talking by the offensive line up front, changing the play, and there's the movement.
Yep. 3 tight ends over there.
I mean,
well, 2 tight ends and Kyle
that's
Ford.
frustrating. You know, if you're a USC fan going, why? Why not go under center and run the snake?
And Jack Kaiser pointed out, as he always does for the Notre Dame defense, and now another whistle and a timeout, Notre Dame. So just under 9.5 minutes to go in the ball game in regulation. The Trojans driving, but just set themselves back from inside the 1-yard line to more like the 6.
You know, sometimes you just get a little too cute, don't you think?
Yep.
In that one?
I totally agree.
You know, I have played here in this Coliseum.
Have you?
That's the good news. The bad news was against the Raiders. That is not a fun day.
Who was chasing you? Howie Long?
Howie Long, yes.
Yeah, okay.
That was not fun. Lyle Elzado, I think, was on that.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Ted Hendricks. No, thank you.
That's not a good day. Lincoln Riley in there in his 3rd year. Started off first season was 11-3. Things were going good. Last year only 8-5. And now this year 6-5 coming into this game. But trying to pull an upset and be a spoiler against Notre Dame, but they're 2 touchdowns now with 9:28 to go. Got a new quarterback in for USC, and he's going to keep it. I thought they were going to give it off to Quentin Joyner, but they did not.
I don't get it. I really.
Jake Jensen was the guy that carried it.
Yeah,
It's getting more bizarre right now.
Yes. Here's what I say. Lincoln Riley, if he doesn't score here on this drive, might not want to listen to the talk radio after this. I mean, it was inches.
You talked about their goal-to-go situations against UCLA, and they had three bad ones. This one's really bad.
But it seemed like they solved it.
Mayava back in, as is Joyner. Mayava hesitates, throws late, touchdown, Jacoby Lane. Second time today.
That's where I would keep throwing the ball. And Jacoby Lane beats Christian Gray. Mayava goes, put me back in the game, Coach. Let me throw a slant.
I guess they just wanted to back up so he had more room to work.
Can't argue with that. Look how open he was. Beautiful route, better throw. One-on-one.
6-yard touchdown, second for Jacoby today.
Well, the execution of his quarterback and wide receiver might have saved the play calling on that one, I think.
Michael Lance for the point after to make it 35-28. 8:43 to go. Jaden Mayava is coming right at you with this pass. Jacoby Lane, his second touchdown reception of the day. Quarter, but after the first punt by Notre Dame today, USC goes 45 yards in 5 plays for the touchdown, and we're in a 1-score game.
Yeah, 2 beautiful throws by Jaden Mayava on that drive. The touch pass down the middle and then the slant.
Lance kick, Sale, and
I forgot 3, the back shoulder throw too to get down there.
That's right.
3 big ones.
Let's take a look at our Modelo game changer. You want some guys in front of you if you're Notre Dame? I'd say so.
Yeah, we talked about the balance of this team in every direction. They got the running backs, they got the quarterback, but the offensive line today, running for over 250 yards. Yeah, they've got good backs, but they've been producing good lanes to run the ball through too. A good, well-balanced team.
And here's what they've done today. 105 for Price, 99. Jeremiah Lovett had a lot more than that, but he got injured, and Riley's done the rest.
Got the feeling like Aaron Taylor's back there just enjoying the game. I think.
Riley Leonard, short pass, little inside tunnel screen to Jordan Faison. That picks up about 5. Notre Dame would like to bleed the clock, go on a extensive drive here and go back to South Bend 11-1. Second down and 5. Jadarian Price hits a wall in there early and only got about a yard out of it. And it's third down.
Yeah, I think it was Nate Clifton again, number 99. The transfer from Vandy, as you said, hanging in there and making that play. Refused to be blocked. He had a guy on him, but he refused to move. He just stayed there, and finally he's at the end of the play holding him, even though he has big Tosh, I think it's Tosh Baker, right in his lap.
Now we are at the midway point of the fourth quarter. Career high for Jadarian Price today, including a 36-yard touchdown. Riley Leonard thought about running and now pulls up and throws, and it's incomplete. Jordan Faison had a hand on it but couldn't hold. There's a flag down.
Yeah, they might call holding on the play in the secondary. There's a meeting in the backfield too from the officials.
Might be more than one
flag.
flag.
We got two flags on the field. One on one side, the near side, and way on the other. One on about the 30 and one on the 50.
Holding. Defense number 14, 10-yard penalty, first down. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct. Offense, assistant coach. 15-yard penalty, his first of the half. First down, Notre Dame.
So it's a first down. It goes forward, then it comes back, and it's on the bench.
So here's the holding on the play. Remember, it looked like Riley Leonard was going to run, grabbing him on the jersey. That's an easy call and a good call. Let's see if we see which assistant coach. We don't really have anything, but so it's basically back to where it was on first down.
It was third down and 3. Now it's first and 10. And
yeah,
there's something going on the sideline, and that wasn't.
Yeah, he's trying to get out of it. Like, I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. That was. But
the official took it that you meant it. Price. Kamari Ramsey makes the tackle. And we're going to work our way under 7 minutes before this snap. Notre Dame riding a 9-game winning streak, trying to make it 10 in a row and secure their spot in the college football playoff, and maybe even improve their seeding in the college football playoff. Riley Leonard in trouble. Down he goes. They finally got to him. And it's Jamil Muhammad.
It is one of the 3 or 4 or 5 defensive edge players that are playing in this football game to make the play. Just enough time. I think it's him right here. I'm sorry. Gets some pressure inside and then just pushes Billy Struth right back into the quarterback.
So now it doesn't look so rosy for the Irish on third down and 10. They picked up a first down by penalty on a 3rd and 3. Second sack of the day by the Trojans has made it more difficult for Notre Dame here at the 6-minute mark. Here they come. Leonard fires. Incomplete. It's 4th down. Jaden Greathouse, the intended receiver.
Yeah, and this time Greedy Vance knew he had help in the middle with a robber defense, so he knew he could play outside. He had a safety in the middle of the field, so he could just play the outside shoulder to the receiver. Great call on defense by Danton Lynn, and well executed. Here's the problem for Notre Dame right now. Without putting any points on the board, USC could almost be thinking 4-down territory.
And they got Zachariah Branch back waiting. Back-to-back punts for Notre Dame. High arching kick. Branch has to back up all the way to the 13-yard line. Heading for the sideline. Only got about 3 on the return.
It was a great punt.
Great punt. That time by Rendell. So next Saturday right here on CBS, one of the most important college football games of the season is upon us. When big times in prime time in the Big Ten, the championship game presented by Discover. It'll kick off at 8 Eastern, and it's official. Penn State will take on Oregon. Our live coverage starts at 6 with college football kickoff presented by Honda, followed by State Farm College Football Today right here on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus.
Yeah, and at least they're going to go to number 3. And one more upset, Texas A&M, they could go to number 2.
And we'll be there, Gary, Jenny, Gene, and I. We'll see you there in Indianapolis. First down, Trojans. They got all their timeouts remaining. Miami complete to Lemon. And it's about 17 in the first down.
I'll tell you, Jaden Mayava, I tell you, he hangs in the pocket. He just steps into the throws. Yes, he's wide open, but he's getting hit as he lets this ball go again and delivers right in the face mask.
Here's what Gary's talking about after he let it go. Boom.
And it's been about, what, 8 of those we've seen in the game?
Seems like it. First and 10. At the 32 for the Trojans. Trying to tie the game up. Mayava got hit again, but he completes it. And that's Lake McCree, the tight end.
Yeah, basically for nothing, though. Just avoided the sack on this one. Getting rid of it. Osbury in there. Sam linebacker. Strong safety type player.
McCree was not out of bounds, so the clock continues to run. 2 on the ground, 2 in the air for Mayava. Here comes the safety blitz. He got away from one and just throws it up for grabs to the Notre Dame sideline.
And he doesn't even need to be out of the tackle box because it was right next to a wide receiver from the Trojans. A great blitz coming off the edge. I think it's right here. I think it's, again, Osbury.
It was Osbury.
Oh, right up the middle.
Yep.
No, I'm sorry. Right up the middle he was. Gets away from it and saves the day to make it 3rd and, what, 9? 8?
3rd and 8. 4.5 and the clock stops. 4 for 10 on 3rd down conversions on the day. Branch will trot in and settle in on the slot to the right. Play clock going down. They got it snapped. Mayava, sideline throw, and Deuce Robinson got it. Or is he out of bounds?
He's the 50-50. He's the tall receiver.
He got it.
6'6". Remember, he's going backwards on the play. Let's see if he gets it in. His right foot came down. He held on to the ball.
This will show us.
Oh,
right there.
What a play. What a fight. Jordan Clark's there, but he's dealing with a 6'6" Deuce Robinson.
And Deuce got double deuce. 22 yards on the pickup and back in Notre Dame territory. Now it's Joyner. Broke one tackle. Got away. Quentin Joyner. Open field. Inside the 30. All the way to the 20-yard line. Xavier Watts saved a touchdown.
Well, remember, Quentin Joyner stepping in for Woody Marks. The backup running back. You get your chance. It looks like there's no way he has to get in that. Wrapped up inside by Rubio, number 97, and he ends up making a huge play.
So first it was a 22-yard pass to Deuce Robinson. Now a 23-yard run by Quentin Joyner.
Holy cow.
And Xavier Watts shaken up on the play after making the tackle that saved what could have been even more. As it is, they've got it at the 21-yard line of the Irish. So here's their All-American defensive back, finally getting Joyner to the turf, 0-on-0, but taking the worst for the collision on the sideline. Still to come. Can't believe there's more to come, but there is. Adam, Aaron, Rick, and BJ put the finishing touches on this one and bring you the best highlights of the day on the U.S. Army post-game show. They could just show the highlights of our game and it'd be the best highlights of the day.
I'd watch it.
So Xavier's going to the injury tent. Meanwhile, his teammates try to keep the Trojans out of the end zone for the tie, or if they choose to try to go for two, there's still a lot of time left. 4 minutes. Notre Dame has 2 timeouts. The Trojans have 3. McCree, the tight end, on the move, will pull it up and throw the sideline. It's intercepted by the guy that's been picked on all day. Christian Gray down the sideline. Gray still going, and he is on his way for a Notre Dame touchdown. There is a flag down.
Hey, you got to hand it to him. He's fought all day. They've picked on him. Receiver falls down, and he makes the play.
Here's the play on Kyron Hudson.
That's their go-to man. Throws a back shoulder throw, and Hudson falls down. And what a catch. His knee did not come down.
Here's the call coming up.
I didn't see anything there.
During their interception, personal foul, illegal low block, passing team number 14.
Yes.
That penalty, the 15-yard penalty will be enforced on the kickoff. The score is good.
Touchdown, Notre Dame.
So it was Maava going low on the blocker, and that was the penalty. Watch him go down against the blocker and hit him in the shoulder. Doesn't really make any difference, does it?
It's going to be a 99-yard interception return for a touchdown.
As soon as Kyron Hudson tripped over Christian Gray's feet on the play, Gray had a chance, and he made USC pay.
His second interception of the season, none bigger than that one. 41, 42, 28.
Kind of had his right hand on Kyron Hudson the whole way, and then he turns and makes the play. There he is, one-on-one coverage. He's matched up against a really tough Kyron Hudson. You got to go back shoulder throw. This time, one push, one spin, what a catch. That'd be a good catch for a receiver, let alone a DB.
You can't take it any farther than that on an interception return. Touchdown. Two pass interference penalties, picked on several other times, and this time he got the best of the Trojan quarterback.
Al Golden, man-to-man coverage, trusted his players, and he got the play.
And USC's going, can it happen to us again in the fourth quarter?
I mean, like, everybody did their job. Good call, one-on-one, best 50-50 receiver you got. Just better defense than offense.
Remember the penalty enforced on the kickoff, so they're going to be kicking off at the 50-yard line.
Right after 2 huge plays by USC, that happens.
I think one interception return for a touchdown negates 2 pass interference penalties all day long. And so the Trojans, it's down to 3:39 in their 3 timeouts now, but trailing by 2 touchdowns again. Tonight on CBS begins with the holiday special Reindeer in Here, followed by back-to-back episodes of 48 Hours. That's tonight on CBS. Brad Nessler, Gary Danielson, Jenny Dell, Gene Steratore in a thriller here at the Coliseum in Los Angeles. Rivalry week has delivered, hasn't it?
Yep.
Georgia Tech took Georgia to what, 5 overtimes last night?
I think it was 8, wasn't it?
Was it 8? Yep. I don't know. There were so many.
I watched it. It was all 8 of them.
Blitz coming. Mayaba throwing deep. Got it. And caught by Lemon. They just keep on firing.
What else you going to do, right?
Yep. Got no choice.
And just because the guy makes the play, the guy just ran 100 yards too. I might go right at him again.
34-yard pickup. Christian Gray in coverage.
And you got to throw deep. I mean, you got to really go for it now. Mayaba's throwing for over 329 yards. Is that where he's at?
I think they found their quarterback. Short this time. Complete. Close to a first down. It's Kyle Ford.
Obviously, you got to go hurry up. You want to conserve your timeouts. You'd like to, even if you're going to score before the 2-minute warning. Excuse me, 2-minute timeout. I don't want to get in trouble here.
Second down, a long 2. Quentin Joyner. Well, he got the 2, and he got a couple more after that.
Hurry it up. Get up there. Hurry it up. Have a play called. Get ready to get another one.
And Lincoln Riley wants him to hustle, too. And they change personnel, so Notre Dame gets an opportunity to bring in Tuli Akamaka. Mayaba throws sideline. Lemon again, and he's got a first down.
And a stoppage of the clock getting the first down.
Playing with 3 timeouts and not having to use any yet. Now the clock's running. Lemon's got 133 yards on 9 catches now. And we worked our way down to the 2-minute timeout. But the Trojans back in the red zone. And this would be really big had it not been for this play by number 29, Christian Gray, going coast to coast for the Golden Domers. They have the lead, but they're clinging to it right now. Trojans have the ball, all their timeouts remaining, and 2 minutes left to go.
Yeah, obviously, the most important thing is get the first touchdown. You don't worry about the second one until you get the first. However, the whole time you're doing it, you have to be cognizant that you want your 3 timeouts. So you have to hurry up on every play, no matter where you complete it, run it, whatever you're doing. You want to get back on the line of scrimmage and call another play.
Again, Woody Marks has been out since the first quarter, suffering an injury on his final senior day here. Jeremiah Love, likewise, the number 4 for Notre Dame, but his spot's been filled by Jadarian Price beautifully. Mayaba just a little bit too far in front of Kyle Ford. Second down to 10. Leonard Moore was in coverage. Jacoby Lane has 2 touchdown catches today for Mayaba. He's to the top of your screen. From the 17-yard line. Mayaba fires short over the middle. That's going to waste some time, or they're going to call a timeout that quickly.
Nope. They got to get over the line. You got to think, even though you got to get the first one, you still have to plan for the second one. I like it. Hurry up and get on the line of scrimmage and call it.
Deuce Robinson, their big receivers in the slot on the right side. Mayaba blitz coming, throws incomplete, intended for Ford again. And again, Leonard Moore in coverage. And his 4th down. So for the Trojans, here's the game. They got to get 6 or a touchdown. There's only 93 seconds left. They're 0 for 2 on 4th down today. They have to get to the 7-yard line.
Here's their red zone receiver right there, Deuce Robinson. That's the guy they like to go down in this position.
And
Late
Branch.
substitution.
Yeah.
This could cause problems if Notre Dame substitutes. They could burn the whole. They do not.
Malva on 4th and 6, and it's intercepted again, this time in the end zone. And Xavier Watts, he wants some of what his teammate had. He's going to take it coast to coast as well. 100 yards. I said it couldn't get any longer than Christian Gray's. I wasn't expecting one in the end zone. Because in college football, you count it from goal line to goal line. You'd forget about him being 3 yards deep when he caught it.
Well, Al Golden brought the house, and this time Jaden Malva says, well, it's 4th down. I really have to avoid the sack. But this time I'm just going to let it and float it up, and hopefully my guy can get it. There's Xavier Watts. He's playing center field, but look at the rush. 6-man rush. Throw it up in the air, and that guy's got a chance. Al Golden brought the house. One-on-one coverage. You got to throw it if you're the quarterback.
Extra point is up and good. And that'll ice things. Xavier Watts, the longest interception return for a touchdown in Notre Dame history was Jack Elder 95 years ago today against Army at Yankee Stadium. And it just got tied by Xavier Watts after a 99-yard return by Christian Gray. Wow.
That was a good fight. Good football game.
And Marcus Freeman, who we saw dejected after an early season loss to Northern Illinois, has been nothing but positive with this team. And now he gets to celebrate 10 straight wins. And he told us, I told him all week, don't worry about the playoff. Worry about USC. This is a rivalry game. We take care of business Saturday, then we'll worry about a playoff game. Well, they can start worrying in a minute.
And they don't have to worry about it for 3 weeks.
Right.
And that'll give time for Jeremiah Love to get healthy in 3 weeks. And it'll be in South Bend. And now whether will they be seated 6th or 5th is going to be the question I think that's going to come up.
Well, they sure quieted some critics today, I'll say that much. Miami has lost, by the way, and stepping out of bounds on the kick return at around the 2-yard line. So USC's 98 yards away and 1:18 to go. Wow, what a game, though. How much fun was this?
Yep. Yeah, the whole game was competitive, strong. You know, Notre Dame just showed that they all different layers.
Yep.
They have on this football team more speed than you really give them credit for sometimes. And Xavier, what? Yeah, that one just floated right into my hands.
Well, there's the longest interception returns in school history, and we just saw 2 of them in about a 5-minute span. I wasn't around for Jack Elders, if people were wondering. I do know Luther Bradley. So here we go.
My old teammate, Luther Bradley.
And they'll keep it on the ground. And Brian Jackson. Lincoln Riley last year 8-5. They had high hopes to rebound like the 11-3 season that preceded it. Now in his 3rd season, it's going to be at 500 at 6-6, and that wasn't the plan when he came here from Oklahoma.
No, but I think the thing you said a little bit earlier, though, he found himself a quarterback for next year. Had one of those years that everything went kind of wrong for him.
Yeah.
Had leads in every game in the 4th quarter, obviously, except this game. Found ways to lose 5 of them.
Jackson, he's got another 1st down. That'll stop the clock just under a minute to go. For a former linebacker like Marcus Freeman, who was a really good one at Ohio State, Even though his team gave up 28 points today, those 2 interception returns for touchdowns, he's going to be pretty happy about that for his group. And for Al Golden's. Well, they're giving up some yardage here that really are just stats that don't matter anymore. But nonetheless, Brian Jackson getting some nice runs.
You know, USC's halfway conceding basically, and they're getting a first down on every play.
Yeah, they're getting gashed right now on the ground.
They run the same play every play, and they've gained big yards every
And he's
play.
still going, and Jackson, he might even score with this one. Brought down, ball comes out at the very end around the 8-yard line. Brian Jackson's going, you know, I came here to play. I'm a freshman from McKinney, Texas, and I just want to play. And if you guys aren't going to tackle me, I'm going to keep running.
I mean, everything counts, and by the way, I mean, a late touchdown, he's not going to win the game, but it looks different on the scoreboard.
Sure does. And that happiness I was talking about with Marcus Freeman, it just dissipated completely.
Yeah. Tends to do that when you run 4 plays for 67 yards.
Yeah. Well, this is a 95th edition of this game, and this has been a lot of fun, and I hope they never discontinue this series.
Me too. It's always
for one reason or another.
Always been on my bucket list. One of the things I haven't done due to this game is.
Well, you did a good one today, partner.
It's been great.
First and goal. You can hear the chants from some of the fans that made the trip. Let's go Irish. Just want to see a stop. Back shoulder.
Touchdown.
Touchdown. And it's Jacoby Lane for the 3rd time today. So we're not done yet. Corner, back shoulder, one-hander.
Jeez.
Wow.
And there's been 2 of those throws. One went the other way, but just think a few inches either direction what this thing might look like.
Exactly. Our pylon cam, the one-hander, and right in to the pylon. All 5 plays went for first downs on that 75-yard drive in 65 seconds. Well, he's going to look back someday and say, I lost the game, but man, I played pretty well.
You know, both those interceptions were, I mean, you're throwing it where you want to throw it. That just happens sometimes. 4th down, you can't eat the ball. You got to throw it into the end zone. The back shoulder throw, your receiver falls down. He didn't do anything wrong in my mind. Notre Dame just made the plays.
Riley Leonard on the sideline a couple seconds ago with Marcus Freeman. It's 10 straight wins now.
I mean, how special will it be to have a playoff game in South Bend?
He's going over to everybody for this one. Be a happy plane ride back to South Bend. Hopefully their runway won't be all ice when they get back.
If you hadn't said it, I was going to say.
Highest scoring game between these 2 teams in the series history that dates back to 1925. We all got to witness it together. So maybe an onside kick coming up here with 13 seconds to go. That's what Notre Dame is thinking anyway. And they'll kick it away.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, USC basically conceded the game and they scored on the drive. Well, it all started. Michigan wins 13-10. Syracuse comes back to win. Got Clemson in the ACC championship game against SMU. I mean, you know, you gotta think about all this stuff.
Okay, I'm glad you're answering my questions because I was starting to wonder who are they playing.
Yes.
And we've got Oregon and Penn State next Saturday.
Yeah, and you know the SEC, South Carolina, Alabama, Ole Miss, they all were the winners today because they're back in the conversation.